Hello world, I'm Candace. It took me a long time to get my mind together. I've done so many videos on my Snapchat and I'm like, man, I should do a YouTube, man, I should do a YouTube. But I never end up doing it because I always feel like, I don't know, I get nervous. So anyways, I was talking to a friend the other night and he said, why don't you just do a tarot reading as your first opening video ever? And I'm in my kitchen and I'm doing a tarot reading on myself. And finally, this card comes up. It's called Desire. How interesting, right? And I want to read you that passage in it. This is the Dreams of Gaia Tarot, and it's by, I don't want to butcher her name, Ravine, I don't know, here you go, it's right there. The artwork of all of this is beautiful. I've had this for almost a year, so it is a little worn, but this is my girl. Anyways, to desire, to wish or long for something, to lust or crave is to desire. In simple terms, desire means to want something. Desire is the fourth influence on choice, and when it appears in your reading, it asks that you explore your desires and ask what it is that you want and how much you want it. What are you willing to do in order to achieve your desires? Is desire the root of all suffering? Many religious texts state that desire is something that corrupts humanity and blinds us to our true purpose. However, desire is a state of mind that compels you to act and do whatever you feel is necessary in order to fulfill that desire. Because you know that you'll feel pleasure or be rewarded for fulfilling that desire. For example, you desire a glass of water. It is hot, you are thirsty. However, you are in the middle of a garden, covered in mud and sweat, and the floor in the house had just been freshly cleaned. How much do you want that glass of water? What are you willing to do in order to have that glass of water? You can almost feel the coolness as it slides down your throat, washing away the parched dryness of your mouth. You know it's going to be so nice, but having that glass of water involves putting down your tools, halting your progress, cleaning yourself off, taking off those muddy shoes, going inside, getting a glass, filling that glass, drinking that water, and then putting your muddy shoes back on before coming back out and getting back to work. So how much do you want that glass of water? How much do you desire it? Do you want it enough to stop and do what needs to be done in order to have it now? Are you more inclined to wait until the task in front of you is completed? It's my kitty. Could waiting also have consequences? This is desire in action. Desire in action means believing that a particular outcome is good. It is worthy of our desire. It means valuing something as important and therefore worthy of our time and effort. It is desire that drives us to set goals and then act on them. It is desire that inspires us to keep going, long after somebody else would have given up. Desire is what motivates you, drives you, compels you act, to take risks and to make sacrifices with a smile. And I had mine in my future tense. Lots of reading, but it's such an awesome thing. Most of us desire long life. We also desire a happy life, and yet so many of us choose half a life instead of a full one. Why can we sometimes be so afraid of acting on desires that we know would lead to happiness, and in turn, create a life in which we are happy and fulfilled? We can be afraid that the more we desire something, the more disappointed we will be if what we desire fails to manifest. We may become fixated on a particular outcome then, when it fails to meet our expectations, giving up, asking why bother if we are not going to get what we desire. When the desire card appears in future position, it encourages us to take a chance and to let go of expectation. It also comes to remind us that if we do nothing, it may lead to future regrets, and we will most likely be disappointed in ourselves for not trying. Ask yourself if you'd prefer to give in to that aching desire to better yourself, to explore the world around you, or to be creative, or spend life trudging from home to work and back again just to pay the bills. If you're a disappointment because you try and fail but face feeling both regret and disappointment in the future anyway, if you didn't try, then why are you hesitating? You feel desire because you are curious, intrigued, and interested. Nurture those feelings by acting on your desires. You desire to do better, to be better, to have quality experiences, to be creative and productive because it gives your life direction and meaning. Acting on your desires can take you forward on a path of fulfillment and happiness, especially if those desires motivate personal improvement and growth. Our desires tell us there has to be more. That life has to have meaning. It is beautiful and empowering to have desires that give rise to long-term goals. It is, however, also important to enjoy the process of acting on those desires and allowing the process to teach us and improve us along the way. Mistakes are going to happen, so we should allow ourselves to learn from them and see them as opportunities for growth and increased understanding. We should not fall into a habit of judging our little successes or failures along the way, nor to expect perfection or immediate success. If we are always learning and improving, then we can be proud that we have always given our very best. With long-term goals, it is also necessary to allow the outcome to be the fluid and evolving, just as you are fluid evolving. Fluid and evolving. The process of taking action toward most long-term goals can change you. So it is important to allow the outcome to be in harmony with your evolving desires and evolving self. If you fix your outcome, you might discover that what you desire now is no longer as important to you in the future or does not meet your changed needs. So, that all being said, I think we all understand what was just said here. So, hello YouTube. My name is Candace and I'm probably the biggest dork you'll ever meet. I love life and I love to have fun. I like hiking and different things, but most of all, I love people so hard. That is, I don't know, it'll never change in me. So, that being said, I look forward to making more videos and getting to know you.